Gather round, everyone. Come a little closer to the warmth of our crackling campfire. Look up. The sun has tucked itself away, and the sky is now a deep, velvety blanket, sprinkled with a million glittering diamonds. Those aren't just stars. They're ancient suns, each one with its own story. Light years away from us. Feel the gentle breeze. It carries the scent of pine and the smoky sweetness of our fire. And see those tiny, blinking lights dancing in the twilight? Those are the fireflies, our magical companions for the night, each one carrying a little lantern. Tonight we're going to share stories, not scary ones, but tales as gentle and wondrous as the night sky itself. Stories of courage, friendship, and the magic that lives in the quiet moments. So settle in, get cozy, and let the flickering flames and the winking stars be our guides. Our first story is about a little star named Twinkle who was afraid of the dark. Now that sounds silly, doesn't it? A star being afraid of the dark? But Twinkle was a very young star, and the vast, empty space between his starry brothers and sisters felt very big and very lonely. Every night, when the universe settled into its deep, dark slumber, Twinkle would squeeze his starry eyes shut and wish for the sun to come back. The other stars would shine so brightly, so confidently, but Twinkle's light would just flicker nervously. One night, an old wise comet named Halley was streaking by on his long journey across the cosmos. He saw the little, trembling star and slowed his magnificent, fiery tail. "What's wrong, little one?" Halley asked, his voice like the gentle hum of the universe. Twinkle confessed his fear of the dark. Halley chuckled, a sound like 1,000 tiny space chimes. "But little star," he said, "the dark is what makes you beautiful. It's the canvas on which your light can truly shine. Without the darkness, no one would ever see your sparkle." He then told Twinkle to look down, far, far away, at a tiny blue and green planet. "See that?" Halley said. "Down there, little creatures look up at you and make wishes. Your light, even as it trembles, gives them hope. It guides travelers and inspires dreamers. You're not just a tiny light in a big darkness. You are a beacon." From that night on, Twinkle wasn't afraid anymore. He learned that his purpose was asterisk and asterisk the darkness, not despite it. He shone his light as brightly as he could, a proud little diamond in the vast, beautiful night. Just like the stars above us now, each one is doing its part, making the night less dark. And speaking of little lights, that brings me to our next story. This one is about a firefly named Flicker. Flicker wasn't the brightest firefly in his family. In fact, his light was more of a soft, gentle glow than a brilliant flash. The other fireflies would zip and zoom, creating dazzling patterns in the meadows, competing to see who could shine the brightest. Flicker often stayed behind, hiding in the tall grass, feeling a bit dim. One evening, a little girl named Lily was out catching fireflies in a jar. She loved to watch them, calling them her jar of stars. She managed to catch many of the brightest, flashiest fireflies, but she missed Flicker, who was glowing softly near the roots of an old oak tree. Soon a big storm cloud rolled in, covering the moon and stars, and it began to rain. Lily got turned around and couldn't find her way back home. She started to feel scared. The fireflies in her jar were scared too, and they stopped blinking. All was dark. But then, from the base of the oak tree, a steady, gentle light began to glow. It was Flicker. His light wasn't flashy, but it was constant and calm. Lily saw a soft glow and it didn't startle her. It was comforting. She let the other fireflies go, and they all flew away in a panic. But Flicker stayed. He hovered right in front of her, his gentle light just bright enough for her to see the path at her feet. He slowly floated ahead, leading her step by step through the woods until she saw the warm lights of her own house. Lily made it home safely, all thanks to the little firefly who didn't have the brightest light, but had the bravest and kindest heart. It reminds us that you don't have to be the loudest or the brightest to be a hero. Sometimes a steady, quiet light is all that's needed to guide someone home. Look at our own fireflies dancing around us now. Each one has its own rhythm, its own brightness. They aren't competing. They're just adding to the beauty of the night together. Let's journey back up to the stars for our final tale. High above, nestled in a cluster of stars, lived a family of moonbeams. Every night, their job was to slide down from the moon and deliver sweet dreams to the children of the world. The youngest moonbeam was named Shimmer. Shimmer loved his job, but he was always in a hurry. He would zoom down, drop off a dream, and rush back to the moon to play among the craters. One night, the man in the moon, who was very old and very wise, called Shimmer over. "Shimmer," he said in his slow, calm voice, "you are fast, but you are missing the best part of your journey." Shimmer was confused. What could be better than racing through the cosmos? The man in the moon pointed down to Earth. "Tonight," he said, "I want you to travel slowly. Don't just deliver the dream. Watch what happens after." So Shimmer slid down a long, silvery moonbeam much more slowly than usual. He landed gently on the windowsill of a boy named Leo. He delivered a wonderful dream of flying on the back of a dragon. But instead of rushing off, he stayed. He watched as a small smile spread across Leo's face. He saw Leo's fingers twitch, as if he were holding onto the dragon's scales. For the first time, Shimmer saw the magic he was delivering. He saw the peace and happiness it brought. He continued his journey slowly all night. He saw a little girl dream of swimming with dolphins and watched her cuddle her pillow with joy. He saw a baby have a simple dream of being rocked in his mother E's arms and saw the infant S face relax into pure contentment. Shimmer realized the man in the moon was right. The joy wasn't in the speed of the delivery. It was in the quiet moment of happiness it created. When he returned to the moon, just as the sun was beginning to peek over the horizon, he felt a warmth inside him he'd never felt before. He had learned that the most precious things in life aren't meant to be rushed. They're meant to be savored, just like this quiet moment we're sharing right now, together under the stars. The fire is burning low now, and the coals are glowing like sleeping embers. The fireflies have started to settle down, their blinks becoming slower, softer. And the stars, well, they'll keep watch over us all night, silent and steady. Remember the little star who learned his light was a gift in the darkness. Remember the firefly whose gentle glow was enough to light the way home. And remember the moonbeam who discovered the joy of savoring the quiet moments. The world can be a noisy, busy place, but I hope you always remember to find your campfire, whether it's real or just in your heart. Look up at the stars, watch for the fireflies, and listen to the quiet stories the universe is telling you. There is so much magic in the calm, in the gentle, and the quiet. Thank you for sharing this night with me. I hope these stories stay with you and bring you sweet dreams. As you drift off to sleep tonight, maybe you'll dream of streaking comets or dancing fireflies. Good night, everyone. Sleep well.